Hi guys, good evening. So in the last session, we went with the like what was the policy we discussed? We discussed application filtering, right? In last session, correct. Okay, so we saw about application filtering. Now today we'll go with URL filtering, and then we'll see about SSL decryption. So let's directly access the lab. Yeah, pre-filter policy also is one. So let's start the lab. So FMC is already up and also EVNG is up. Let's see EVNG what is that going. Drop all the notes. Close the lab. Actually, 8 p.m. Let's bring up all the devices. Now we'll take access of the devices. So again, this is about URL filtering. So we'll just, we don't need the inside R2. We don't need the inside R1. Also, we don't need the DMZ right now. So FTD is coming up and FMC is already up. Okay, we didn't stop the FMC because it takes a long time to come up. The FTD is also up. Now we can go here and access the FMC. Admin. Yes, 0, 1, 2, 3. We have some unique applications it's telling and all. Network protocols, web servers. Okay, some information we have. I think yesterday's logs might be available right now. Let's check. So this is right now showing for 1 hour only. Let's check from yesterday till now. It's okay. Now today what we'll do is we will filter the URLs. Okay, so whatever the policy right now I have, let's change this policy once. And let's say this is not our traffic. This is the policy applied to the FTD. Save it. Then here I'll create one rule to allow all the traffic from inside to outside. Inside to outside. From my inside network to any destination network. This is going to allow all the traffic. Okay. Logging we will enable right now. Add it, save it, and deploy it. Okay, so right now in this rule, I'm not filtering anything. Yes, we can do that. Okay. So that default action, we have 3 options only, right? See, like normally what we will have like the block all traffic is there, then network discovery is there when we create the base policy, this one. Okay. And the third one is intrusion prevention. Okay, so you can see network discovery, then this is block all traffic and intrusion prevention. Yes, we can do that. We can trust all the traffic as per default. But in a firewall, you will not keep it, right? In a firewall, you will not keep the default action as block all traffic. Right now, I'm allowing all the traffic, but in real scenarios, you will allow only specific applications from your organization. Okay. The rest of everything will be blocked. So allow it to complete. So once this will be done, we'll be able to visit all the websites. Okay, everything will be able to visit, then we will block certain websites only. deployed. Now we can go and see here. This is FTD only, and let me access the inside PC. So here I should be able to access everything. Internet access is there. Let's visit few websites and see the URL filtering and your SSL decryption. Since we will not have a valid certificate, okay, from a verified certification authority, so it will not really work well in the Chrome and Firefox. So we will have to test it in the Explorer. Okay. So right now, let's say I'll show you through the Explorer only that we will be able to visit all the websites. So you can talk about like cisco.com, I'm able to visit. Continue to this website. Taking. Let me show you the Firefox. So here I file access cisco.com. So you can see I'm able to access right now. Cisco, I'm able to access some other websites you can talk about, like maybe you'll talk about plus.com. And you can talk about stackoverflow.com. So right now we'll be able to visit everything. And you can see all of these are what HTTPS websites. Cisco is also HTTPS. The Stack Overflow, this will also be HTTPS. Taking the Explorer, it's taking time. Okay, now we are able to access. Okay, so you can see right now I'm able to access these websites. Now we are going to filter it, right? So how will you filter it? You'll just create a rule. Just click on add a rule and you'll say I'm going from inside. My destination can be anything. Source is my inside network. And destination can be any. Okay. And this one I'm creating to, let's say, block URLs. Okay, so we will block few URLs here. Then after you can go to URLs. Here directly we can find URLs. Okay. And in the URLs, now what kind of URLs you want to block? So this is the category of the URLs. And here you will see some URLs. So right now, let's say I'm not able to see here anything. Okay. So what I can do is I can go here and I can add a URL object. I can say new URL object or new URL object, or directly you can specify the URL here also. Okay. But we always create object. So let's say I want to block Cisco. So for Cisco, what is the URL? Cisco.com. Save it. Done. One object created. Another one I will create. Let's say this I will create for Stack Overflow. Okay, so this will be overload.com. Okay. This will be what? Stackoverflow.com. Save it. Another one we want to block. Let's say Pinterest. So I'll say Pinterest.com. Save it. Then one more I'll create here. Let's say I want to block Facebook. So I'll say Facebook.com. Okay, so these many 4 URL objects I have created, and I'll add all of them to the rule. That means everything I want to block. And from action, I will say block. Okay. Then logging I will enable. So log at the beginning of connection. Click on OK. Now these all URLs I'm blocking here. You can add it. And see these mandatory rules, these are executed in the sequence only. Okay. We no need, no, you don't need to mention www. So these mandatory rules, these are followed in the sequence. Okay, so right now my block URL is coming at second and allow everything is coming at first. So what I'll say here, I will move it into the mandatory only, but above the rule number 1. Okay. So now this becomes rule number 1. Okay, so that means what? First of all, this will be checked. After this, the allow all will be checked. Save it. Okay, then deploy it. Select the FTD, deploy. Once this deployment will be done, we should be able to see that everything will be blocked like Cisco, Pinterest, Stack Overflow. Default rules. So here, we don't really care about the sequence. Okay, these will be executed one by one, but mandatory rules, they will be executed in the sequence. And default rule also you can configure like this allow all. I can configure this rule as a default rule. So that will be kind of a default action taken. And then after whatever specifically I want to block, I can keep it in the mandatory rule. Yeah. Start. Yeah. Now let's go and check here. So I'll try to refresh everything. This is Stack Overflow. And like I said, maybe the pages might get loaded from the cache, right? Okay. And another reason can be that this is HTTPS traffic, so might be your FTD is not able to uh, see this traffic. Why? Because this is encrypted. And also let me verify here. So earlier you can see I was able to access Cisco. If I try to access again cisco.com, and if I see here a block page, that will tell me that yes, the traffic is blocked. This takes a long time. Do you see it's key, like it is just keep on trying to refresh? Or if I show you, let me close everything and let me clear the data. Do you see I get page cannot be displayed? This is Firefox. Let me delete the data. Everything I will clear. Now let me say cisco.com. Here also let me delete everything. Download history, form data, password, tracking, prediction, and everything. If I try to refresh, see if I try to access the HTTP version here, let me try. So it will say blocked. Or else if I try Stack Overflow, Stack Overflow.com. So these websites, whatever we have blocked, we might not be able to access them. See, Cisco I'm not able to access, but instead of it, if I try Google, so this will not match my room and I will be able to access Google. See, okay. We block Pinterest. So if I try Pinterest.com, see, Pinterest I'm not able to access. But instead of it, let me try Instagram. In Instagram, we will be able to access. Can you see this? Right? The websites that we have blocked, I'm not able to access. So we can block specific URLs also in the FTD. Is it clear? And here, even here, you can see Stack Overflow also I'm not able to see. Correct? And what is the HTTP block page here? Okay, it says none. Let me configure it system provided, save it. And let me deploy it. So we will see the system provided block page also. So allow it to complete, and then we will be able to see the block page as well. Done. Let's try now. Let me try this.com. Do you see? Now you can clearly see the blog page as well. Right? And also if I try again Stack Overflow, same, access denied. What if I try Facebook? Let me try facebook.com. What about Firefox? In Firefox, can we see? Yes, you can see in the Firefox also. Even Pinterest also you can see. And what about Stack Overflow here? Sometimes these Firefox and all these will create issues. Okay, so if I say stackoverflow.com, see, blocked. Okay, this is clear. What if I try Facebook here? Facebook.com. See, we are not able to access. So this way we can perform URL filtering. Okay. Now sometimes the traffic is encrypted, so you might want to decrypt the traffic. So for traffic decryption, what we can do is we can go and use SSL decryption. Okay. So we can use here the SSL decryption policy. So with the help of SSL decryption policy, what we can do is we can go and decrypt the traffic. That means how the scenario will be. Your FTD is there in between. Okay. Your FTD is there in between. This side we have the client and this side you have the web server. And they are connected. Now what? This is the FTD. So basically on the FTD, what we will do, we will generate a certificate here. So in the certificate, private key and public key will be generated, right? Now from here, in the certificate, there will be public key as well as private key. Okay. Now this public key certificate I will share with this client. So this client, whenever it will send a request, it will encrypt the traffic with this public key. And here FTD will be able to decrypt that traffic, right? Then what FTD will do? FTD will also have the list of public keys for different servers, right? And now what will happen? FTD will encrypt the traffic from here and send it to the server. When server will send the encrypted traffic, FTD will decrypt it. Then FTD will encrypt the traffic, same with the private key, and the client will be able to decrypt that traffic. So that means encryption, decryption, then again encryption, decryption, and the reverse process will start. So this way, FTD will be able to decrypt the traffic and will be able to look into the traffic. Is it clear? So this policy, the action that we will use here, it will be known as decrypt and resign. So FTD will decrypt the client traffic and then resign it with the public key of the web server and send it there. Same way, it will decrypt and again resign and back send it back to the client. Is it clear? Yes or no? Okay. See, there are two ways. Since right now we are not having a certificate from a certification authority, right? We don't have a certificate from a certification authority. So we will generate here a certificate, that is, we call it as a self-signed certificate. So who will act as a certification authority here? Your FTD will act as a CEO. But in the real scenarios, you will go with, like DigiCert or some trusted organization from where you will take the public and private key, from where you will take the certificates. And those certificates you will upload in the FTD as well as the client. Clear? Clear or not? Cloud, no, the DigiCert is not basically a cloud. Okay, this is just a certification authority if you want to see here. Okay. SSL and TLS and SSL certificate authority. Okay, so it is highly trusted. Your DigiCert is highly trusted. Okay. Yeah. Just give me one moment. This is clear? Clear? Okay. Now let's quickly go through the SSL decryption policy. So right now you can see, right, like when I check about this certificate and all, it says connection is not secure. Okay. What about an HTTPS website? Let's say, or any website, let's say, even if I visit Google also right now here. So these certificates, these are not our FTD certificates. Okay. You can see this is verified by Google Trust Services, and here will not be able to see, we'll be able to see in this case here. Let's say if I go to google.com. Okay, and if I look at this certificate, you can see here that there is a certification authority, Global Sign, who has identified this certificate as Google certificate. Okay, so once we will attach our own certificate, here we will have our own name. Okay. Okay, so let's quickly see this thing. Now, first of all, you have to go to the object to generate the certificate, go to the object and object management. Okay. So here you have to go to the PKI. In the PKI, go to internal CA, and here, see, there are two options. One is import the CA, where you will import the certificate authorities certificate. And here, right now, we don't have a certificate from different certification authority. And we are going to generate a CA. Okay, so give a name. Name I can say like this is my CA. Country is India. State, let's say Karnataka. City, Bangalore. Organization, that's AK, and OU, let's say security. Common name, sorry, CCI. Okay, this kind of name I have given. And then I'll say generate self-signed CA. Okay, then you'll click here on edit and you will download this certificate. Password, so you will set a password here 123 123. Click on OK. Done. Now, say okay. Then after, go to the policies, access control, and here we'll go to the SSL policy. Okay. Then click on add a new policy. Name here, I'll name it my SSL policy. Okay. And right now, default action, I will keep it. Do not decrypt. I'll say save. Added this policy. Okay, so if we want, we can decrypt everything, as well as if we want, we can decrypt specific website also, right? So let me click on edit. Not getting the option. Says Firefox is slowing down. Okay, so this is my SSL policy. Let me click on edit. This page is slowing down Firefox. So this is my SSL policy, and here let's go and create a rule. This rule, I'll say that now I'm creating a rule to decrypt all the traffic. Decrypt all traffic. Okay. I'm saying zone is inside, destination can be anything, or let's say outside is the destination. Network, inside network, its source, and destination network can be any. Okay. If I want, I can specify specific website also. If I don't want to decrypt specific website, then I can say that, okay, decrypt almost everything. Okay, one thing I'll say that here, I just want to decrypt what? HTTPS. Okay, so either you can go to the ports and you can say my destination will be HTTPS. Okay, then you can go to the certificate, no certificates, then domain names, cert status, cipher shoot. Okay, version, these different things will be there. So in the certificate, we should be able to see the certificate here. Agree. available certificates. See, have we not added it yet? Okay, the action is decrypt and resign. I'll say decrypt and resign. Okay, and with which certificate I will decrypt it? With the MyCA. Okay, this is what we have to do. And then logging, we can say I want to enable the login and add it. Okay, I forgot to change the action there. So action, you have to keep it what? Decrypt and resign. Save it. Once you have saved it, then after we will attach this policy with the access control policy. So go to the block world traffic policy. Okay. Now here you can see my SSL policy right now set to none. I'll just select it. And in here, I will say my SSL policy I want to apply here. Click on OK. Okay. Then after, save it and deploy the changes. Deploy the changes. Now remember, I downloaded this certificate. So this certificate, I have to send it to the client. So this is my client, right? This is my client. So in this client, let me open a temporary email. Template.org. Because see, I will send it via email right now. You can send it, there can be many ways. Okay. You can send it in many ways. So I'll just note down the mail address. Let me delete this mail so it will generate a new one. Okay, I'm opening the wrong browser actually. Mail dots. Here we will be able to access. We got it. This is the mail address. So I'll share the file on this mail address. Let me do it. So then let's attach a file here. There's the certificate downloaded. Okay, this is downloaded here. sent. Like this. Other ways we can upload it somewhere else. Then we can download it via internet. The same here has been sent. This mailbox is empty. No problem. So this is the link I have to visit here, which is file.io file nr z3 vv z file says SSL. Okay, the SSL decryption policy has been applied already. Okay, so without that certificate right now, this will be issue. Deploy the policy. Let me do one thing. Just for one time, I will change it back to none. Say okay. Save deployment. See, another way can be that I can shut down this PC and then I can set the console to RDP. So that way you can directly copy paste from the base PC to the EVNG PC. Multiple different ways are there. So that means by any means, you have to send this certificate to the client. Because without this certificate, your client will not encrypt the traffic with this certificate. And if your client will not encrypt with this certificate, then FTD will not be able to look at the traffic. right? Now we should be able to download it. Okay. Okay, it has been deleted. Right. Okay, then last option, I'll shut down this PC only. Then using RDP, I will paste it. Instead of VNC, I will select RDP. Save. Now let's power on. Take access using RDP. Connect. Still the PC has not started. Once it will start, then we will get the access. See, got the access. This is the RDP access of the PC. Now from here, I can directly copy the certificate. I can say copy, and here I can directly paste. See, it will be pasted. Okay. So this is our certificate. Now see here. This is my certificate. So what I'll do here, I'll just right click and install PFX. Next. Okay, what is the file name? So this is the file name you want to install. Password is 123. Okay, then click on next. Now, where you want to place it? So place all certificates in the following browse, and I will paste it in this trusted root certification authorities. Click on OK, next, and finish. And it will say, do you want to add this CCI certificate? So yes, I want to add it, and the import was successful. This is one thing that we will do. And once you have done this, now if I deploy my SSL policy, okay, so again, I will change it to the SSL policy that we have created. And I'll say let's save it, deploy, FTD, deploy. So once this deployment will complete, then after we will see that your traffic will be decrypted at the FTD. Once this will be deployed, we will see. Now let's see. It has been deployed. So now whatever the website I will access, doesn't matter it's blocked or not blocked. All the websites, they should be verified with the FTD certificate. Okay. So if I say google.com, okay. So click on this lock symbol. Do you see who has identified it? My CCI certificate. Okay. And if you say view certificate, you can see the certificate is CCI. And if you click on details, you can see here that issuer is like CN is CCI Security AK Bangalore, Karnataka, India, whatever we have given. Okay, so using that certificate, this is being verified. Now all the websites, they will be verified from here only. It doesn't matter which website. If you're accessing some blocked website also, that will be blocked. And if you are accessing any website which is Instagram.com, which is not blocked, in that case, okay, so if a website is not blocked, in that case, those websites will be verified with your certificate. So this is how your SSL decryption works. Is it clear? Yeah. And you can see this says what the connection to the server is encrypted. But if you try the same thing, might not work very well in the Firefox and all. If I say here google.com, so Firefox might create problems related to this because Firefox might not trust this certificate. Okay, see here, they will give you errors like this. That SSL error number or no cipher overlay. Because see, these newer browsers, they support TLS version 1.3. Okay, and your FTD right now is not supporting the older version we are using, right? So it's not supporting. Clear? So that's why I have showed you in the Explorer because it works very well here. Explorer still supports the older versions. Okay, so this is about your SSL decryption. Now, tomorrow we have about your file and malware policy. Okay, that means on Monday, we will go with the file and malware policy. Okay. Any doubts so far? So this is one policy. So this is your file and malware policy also. this will be attached with these policies only. Okay, whatever the access control policy we are having, with this policy only we will attach. So whenever we'll click on edit, so in the inspection you will find here we have intrusion policy, variable, and we have file policy. In the malware, can you pass the Trojan you created in the post AC through FTD? So I can say here, right? Like I can decide what kind of files I want to allow and what kind of files I don't want to allow. I can decide that. So if I will block the malware, definitely it will be blocked with the file policy. Okay. Yeah. So I'll show you that thing on the Monday, that how you will create a file policy. Okay. All right, guys, then have a great weekend. Good night. Okay, guys, good night.